Hey guys, Lethal Leslie here, and today we're going to be talking about the best early game helmets you can get in Escape From Tarkov. We have 4 helmets we're going to show you today. We have a bargain bucket helmet, 2 middle of the roads, and one that's a little bit more expensive, and I think they're the best helmets to get. Some of them are not that cheap, but to be honest with you, to get a good helmet, it is not that cheap. So even though these are the beginner ones, you might be looking at the prices and thinking, that's a little bit too expensive for me, but you've always got the bargain bucket option to fall back on. But before we get into that, we need to understand what makes a good helmet in the first place. So I'm just going to go through that real fast so that you can understand what you're looking for when you're trying to buy a helmet. So here we have the Soft Tank Crew helmet, and this is the helmet I'm going to use to describe what makes a good and a bad helmet. This is a really bad helmet. You can be mistaken by seeing the 100 hit points that you can get on it that make you think this is a good helmet. Maybe it's a good helmet, maybe it's worth having, but it's definitely not. It's one of the worst helmets on the game. Let me show you why. So right here you can see armor points, it has 100. But the most important part of any helmet or any armor in the game is the armor class. You can see it's only got 1 armor class, which means every bullet really on the game is going to penetrate this helmet and go straight through to your skull, unfortunately. So this helmet is basically useless because it's got armor 1 class. So those 100 hit points would have to be a Nerf gun to bounce off this thing. So there's no point in using it whatsoever. I haven't tried it really, so I don't really know what it's like for sound either, whether it's good or bad for sound, but your ears are covered, so I imagine your sound might not be great, but I'd have to obviously try it to know that for sure. But this helmet is a definite no-go because of the level 1 armor class, and the hit points are not nearly as important as the armor class, because a hit point can do 1 to 2 damage depending on the quality of your helmet. For example, if this was a level 5 or 6 helmet and a bullet hit the head, that was a level 4 bullet, it would bounce straight off, maybe do 1 to 2 points of hit damage to the helmet, and I would survive if it was a better helmet, of course. So do not use helmets that have low armor class. Look for helmets that have high armor class and then decent armor points, and that's what we're going to be doing in this video today. Let's get on to our first helmet. This is the bargain basement, and the choice I've gone for is the SSH 68 helmet. You'll see a lot of these around in the game, and there's no doubt in my mind that it is well worth the price. It's up at 17,000 rubles at the moment. You can definitely pick this helmet up for 15 or less if you were patient, but 17 is already a fantastic price in my mind. Make sure you do get one with 30 hit points so that you will survive a shot to the head, or a shot or 2 hopefully to the head. And let's go and inspect it here now, and I'll show you why it's a decent little helmet. So yeah, you do have the 30 hit points, and this is already coming in at armor class 3, so already 2 armor classes better than that tragedy I just showed you a minute ago, the wrestling helmet, which is what we call it. And this is going to keep you alive from a lot of bullets. Yes, it's not good for your aerodynamics, changing turn speed and changing movement speed, but that is obviously what you're going to get for the price. You're not going to get the best helmet, but it is going to do a job for you. I would definitely recommend having this on your head than having nothing. These minuses definitely don't make it unusable. It's 100% still worth having over nothing in my opinion, and it's an easy 15,000 rubles to get, which is a great price for a starter helmet. Now moving on to the second one, and things are going to get a little bit more expensive from here. We have the Highcom Striker ACHHC black helmet, and this is my helmet here. I've actually got the olive one here as well. The one I'm using at the moment is this one right here, and I'll show you the ones I plan on upgrading to in a minute. And this again has 30 hit points, so let's find one with 30 hit points. And this is what it costs. It's about a 50,000. You can get it as low as around 45,000, and like I said, it goes up to around 55. But 50,000 on average rubles is what you're going to pay for this. So let's go to inspect and show you what this helmet has. First off, you can see a massive improvement in this section right here. It's only giving me the -2 aerodynamics, -2 movement speed, and -7 on the change in turning speed. We get the 30 armor points this time, but it's a level 4, not a level 3. So any level 3 or below bullets will not go through this helmet, or will go through it very slightly, maybe 20%, depending on the bullet. Each bullet's different. I'm obviously dumbing it down a lot here and making it sound very simple. Level 2, level 3, level 4 bullets. You know, different bullets do different things, of course. That's what's so great about the game. So this would be my choice at 50,000. It's a massive increase in rubles. 35,000 more, in fact, than the bargain basement, but definitely a great little starter helmet. And unfortunately, 50,000 rubles is what a good little starter helmet is going to cost you in the game. You can see the ears are also uncovered on this one, so you can put headgear on as well, but obviously then you are exposed from the ear section, so that is something you have to think about. This helmet for me has done really well, and another thing is I keep getting it back in insurance untouched. Obviously no one's shooting me in the head, which is nice, so I'm getting this helmet back a lot and not having to buy too much. Hopefully if you used it, it would be the same for you. Now the fourth helmet we have here is a very similar helmet to the one we've just shown you. It is up around 20 to 30,000. You can see there's one at 37 there, and I think you can get up to 38 hit points on this, and it's around 25,000, 20 to 25,000 more Roubles. And this one gives you the ear protection. You can see it drops over your ears there, so you have that extra protection over your ears. You have more armor points. You also have the same armor class. Slight decrease. It's slightly worse in this section right here because the helmet is slightly heavier. Of course, it's got more material on it, so it's -4 aerodynamics, change turning speed -10, and the change moving speed is still -2. So this is just going to be my next step up. It gives me that cover over my ears, so it's definitely going to be worth those extra Roubles when I'm ready to upgrade my helmet. Now the last one I have here is definitely not a starter helmet. It's actually a very expensive helmet, but this is where I'm looking to get to, and I thought I'd chuck it in case you guys are looking to make a really, not this one again, where is it? A really expensive starter build. Is the helmet here? There it is, of course. So it's the Ops Core Fast MT Super High Cut helmet in tan. You can get it in black as well, I think. And to get a good quality one of these, you can see 33 there. We've got one at 40. It's around 120,000. And if we inspect it, let's try again. And if we inspect this, you can see it's still a level 4 helmet. But the difference with this helmet is you can add things to it, like a visor on the front and things like that, which I'll show you in just a second. Now this is really expensive at 120,000, so again, I would definitely not be going for this if you're at the start, and I'm personally not going for it myself yet. I'm not even close to being ready for this kind of helmet, I wouldn't say. But you get the 40 armor points, you get class 4 armor. The ears aren't covered, but you can add stuff there if you want to cover the ears with protection. You can see it has 0 disadvantage to your aerodynamics. Changing turning speed -7, and change movement speed is only -1, so we've got massive improvements in this section right here. And if we go back here now and we go to linked search, this is a good little section right here, the linked search. You find stuff that will go on this helmet. So you can see here there are plenty of things you can add to these types of helmets. There are headsets you can add, there are face shields you can add, different ones. There are protection to different areas, side armor for example for your ears. If you just open these up, you can see these go over your ears. They're not the cheapest, but obviously these helmets, when you get into this level, you do want to be spending a bit more, protecting yourself properly. Another visor there. There are mounts you can put on the front as well that you can also add night vision and things like that to these kind of helmets so that you can play the game at night. So yeah, you're getting into a really expensive helmet once you start getting into this section. You can see this alone is 180 for the night vision, so it's going to be an expensive game if you start getting into all this section, but it is where I'm hoping to get and where we're all hoping to get at one point. But that's why I don't really suggest buying the helmet just yet, because those helmets are usually for this kind of stuff. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hopefully it's helped you a little bit. Let me know what you think of my choices for the best helmets in the game, early game, in the comment section down below, and leave any comments of any helmets you feel I've missed out on that you really love in the game for me to try out myself. I'm going to leave the video there. If you liked the video, like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching as always, and take it easy.